Our next dish is going to be our NorthlineExpress salmon. Now, northern Michigan is known for having great salmon, so why not take advantage of that? And anywhere in the United States, you can always find salmon. Now, the salmon that you pick out, we do recommend that it is pink, that it doesn't have any browning in it. That's going to show that it's a fresh salmon. Now, your salmon or any type of fish, you're going to want to make sure it's just about even. So on this piece, you can see that the side here was a little bit thinner. So I'm just going to cut that right off because you want to make sure that your fish cooks at the same time. I mean, if we're waiting for the center to get finished there, get that off. If the center gets finished, then that side's already going to be too tough and you're not really going to want to eat it at that point. So what we're going to put the salmon on is our cedar planks. Cedar planks are just absolutely great to get some really good flavor into your fish or into your dish in general. You can put brie on this and put some strawberries and things like that over it, and it's just absolutely delicious. Today we're going to use this for salmon, and planks are really known for being one of the best ways to cook salmon, our personal favorite. Now, one of the first things you're going to want to do with your plank is soak it for at least 60 minutes, and you're going to want to make sure it's completely soaked. Make sure that it doesn't catch fire inside your grill. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and start to prepare our salmon to go on the plank. The first thing we'll do is take some unsalted real butter, and you're going to want to make sure that's soft, and just kind of smear that right on top. Butter gives food so much flavor, and I really like the unsalted for just about any type of cooking, and that's just because you can season it the way that you want to season it. Now you want to make sure that it's pretty generous on the covering here, so it's going to take a little bit just to work that in. Get that on here. And piling it in the center is also a really good idea because your butter is going to start to melt and go right over the sides. So putting it in the center is going to be a better option so it evenly distributes there. Now the next thing we're going to do is with some Lawry seasoning, we're just going to sprinkle that right over the salmon. And salmon is a very dense fish, so you want to make sure that that's nice and seasoned so it gets all through there. Some pepper. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this on the grill. Now another thing that we have going on right now with our grill is we have the smoker on. Now the smoker just gives your fish, especially salmon, so much flavor. I mean, again, it is a very thick fish. It's not going to be like a light flaky fish, so why not add that flavor anywhere we can get it here? So we have our plank. I'm going to put that right in the center there with our nice Weber fish turner here, and it's nice and wide. Now look at this. Perfect size, right? You can't beat that. Let's go ahead and just get that on here. Put that fish right in the center. Again, that butter is going to come off on the sides, so that prevents it from going down there. It helps keep it right on the board itself, so then you can get a lot of the flavor there. Our smoker, you can see, is really going now. We use some wood chunks from Weber. This is the hickory kind, which is a really good flavor, especially for fish. Now for the smoker, we have that on a high. For our plank, we have everything on a medium right now. We're going to go ahead and close this lid, allow that to smoke in there and also get nice and melted so it can start to flake apart. And we're going to come back to that in about 3 to 5 minutes. While we're waiting for our fish to get finished cooking on our grill and it's smoking, we're going to go ahead and prepare a dish so it looks nice and pretty when our friends come over and our family comes over. So this is how I recommend to really plate your dish. Now you can use several different ingredients to plate a dish. Personally, Northline Express, we like to use natural ingredients so it looks more appetizing, but we have some flat leaf parsley, very large parsley here, and I'm saving this to sprinkle on top. But we do have some right here, and then we also grilled a little bit of pineapple earlier with our with another dish. So we're going to go ahead and just plate this up. So we're getting all ready for our salmon to come out, and then we'll put the salmon right there. But the pineapple, I think, just gives it a lot of color, and then you have the green, and you're going to have that gorgeous pink fillet, so that'll be perfect. And to protect it from any type of bugs getting in there is this tent. This is such a nice tent. It's a pick up and go. You can use it for camping. You can use it for your barbecues. You can even use it inside. Anywhere, you know, anywhere is a great option for this. So, but as you can see here, it has a little bit of extra netting on the bottom, so it just goes right over your tablecloth, and you don't have to worry about anything getting in there. This you can find at NorthlineExpress.com, and it's a very inexpensive item, and it's a great product to have. So let me go and show you how this works. You just pick it up, push on that, it collapses, and look at how small that goes down. I mean, that you can store it in your drawer, and to put it back, just pops right open, and it's just like a little tent. I mean, it's just pick up and go portable. So if you're camping outside, I mean, that's great. So you don't have to worry about mosquitoes or flies getting in your food. Let me go ahead and show you one thing on what not to do. As you can see here, our plank caught on fire, and that's because we forgot to turn off these two center burners here. You want it to all be on convection heat. You don't want it on direct heat. So these need to be turned off, and then you don't have to worry about that plank catching on fire like this. And our smoker is still going, so it's still getting the flavor from the smoke, and we have our side burners on here. So let's say you have a 3-burner grill, have one of your burners on, and then have your other 2 off, and have that plank on the side of the burners that are off. We're going to go ahead and just put a little bit of flat leaf parsley on here so you can bring that green right onto your dish, and parsley goes great with fish. But look at that. Doesn't that just look like you just want to pick it up and eat it right now? That is delicious. It's very impressive. I mean, the fish just looks really succulent, and let's go ahead and just flake this apart so you can see some of that. But see how that flakes right out there? That's exactly what you want. That's how you know that your salmon is done. You get that flaking. And I always recommend to do that towards the center because that's going to be the meatier part versus on the sides. And look at that beautiful light pink. That's perfect. This is our Northline Express Devine Salmon. We really hope that you enjoy this dish with your friends and family.